Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Courtney Ryan, and over on my Instagram last week, I asked you guys who are the people that you want me to react to? Who are some content creators, or send me some videos? What overall do you want me to be reacting to? And when I tell you, hundreds, I wish I took screenshots, but I totally forgot. Hundreds of you asked me to react to Andrew Tate. So today, I am delivering, and that is what we are doing. So I'm going to be taking a look at his YouTube channel. I was a bit confused when I was looking for videos to react to because he has a couple of different channels, but I'm just going to filter by popular and react to a couple of the ones in his most popular. And I think a lot of you guys have actually recommended some of these to me that I've clicked on before, so let's just get right into it. The first one I'm going to react to is called One Thing Red Pill Guys Ignore.
The men who are out here only trying to have sex with women and have no emotional connection, they're weirdos. A lot of this red pill, how to get girls stuff, a lot of them are like that as well. They're like the peak masculine life is just to have a bunch of women that you barely know, and that's stupid. That's fucking ridiculous, right? Every man, if you want to have a good life, you need to have a good relationship with a good woman. When you get sick, it's your woman who's going to care, not your boys, right? But you can love her and she can love you with all her heart. You can love each other. You can be prepared to take a bullet for her. Yeah. And still fuck other bitches.
That's what I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying? It's no big deal. Yeah. We gotta do. The men who are out here only trying to have...
Okay, this video started off incredibly strong. You could probably tell by my face. I was like, all right, this is gonna be good. I like this guy. I like what he has to say. I do think that men who just go around and try to sleep with as many women as possible end up feeling empty. A sense of emptiness, a sense of a lack of fulfillment almost, because I do think having an emotional connection is just unmatched in comparison. And I do think it's kind of gross, I think, when guys brag about how many girls they slept with. That's just my personal opinion. I know a lot of other girls feel the same way, but it's incredibly unattractive and a turnoff to me when a man has slept with a ton of girls. I would never want to be with a guy who had slept with a ton of girls, and especially someone who was bragging about it. Secondly, though, we get into the second part of the video here, and he says you can be with a woman and have an emotional connection with her, but still be with other people. And I know there's a large group of people, and I think it's becoming more popular to be polyamorous, right? I think this is something that is increasing in popularity, and you know, to each their own. It's not my cup of tea. I would simply never participate or be with a man who is doing that. That is something I view as cheating, and I would never allow that in my relationship. But you know, some things work for other people. A lot of couples like to be polyamorous and be with other people. Do I agree with it? Not really, but I just simply am not about that life. So I don't agree with what he says, and it kind of goes back to this thing that I see a lot with like Fresh and Fit clips of like, oh, well, all these high value men or these 1% men, they're allowed to cheat. And I just simply don't agree. I don't think that someone who is high value, or you know, a guy with integrity, or a guy that a high value woman would want to be with, would be doing that, would be sleeping around with other people. I think there is so much power in being with one person, and again, that's just my personal opinion. You guys are watching to get my reaction and my opinion, and that's just what I think. So I'm not going to sit here and bash him or say he's wrong, because that's his opinion, and he's allowed to have that opinion, and I'm allowed to have mine, and we can coexist, right? So I don't agree. It started off strong. I do think it's great to have an emotional connection with someone, and I think it's a lot more fulfilling and meaningful to have a partner and an emotional connection versus all these casual hookups or relationships or situationships, as we like to call it, and one night stands and things like that. And I think men find that out a lot of the time once they've already kind of done the hookup thing, and then they're like, oh, this kind of sucks. So yeah, just an interesting thought, but started off great, didn't end great. On to the next one. Are women gold diggers?
Do you ever worry that a woman is with you for the wrong reasons, and therefore do you ever hide how successful you are?
That's a good question, and I think you have to look at it under a different frame. If she's only with me because I am tall, strong, rich, and successful, and smart, and interesting, and charismatic, and humble,
and funny.
If she's only with me for those things, and I'm only with her because she's beautiful and shuts the f up, who's more shallow?
You.
So who cares?
That was actually a really good point. I see a lot of men talk about, oh, well, she's only dating him for his money and whatever. And of course, there are girls out there who are just straight up gold diggers. They don't like the guy. They think the guy's ugly. They are just using him for his money. You know, you see all these young, beautiful women getting with older men who are maybe not the best in the looks department, but they're billionaires. And, you know, a lot of them are just with them for the money. But then, you know, a lot of these men who have money and resources and who are, you know, tall or handsome or whatever it is, or just attractive or have money, they're only dating women because of the way that they look. So you could argue that both are just as shallow. This I actually do agree with. However, I do think that there are people out there that are simply with someone because they love them and they care about them and they like who they are as a person. They like who maybe they are on the inside. I know sometimes when you get on social media, it seems like everything is so surface level and shallow and that's all that people care about, but I promise that there are just straight up normal people. And if you've never seen that or been exposed to it, you probably just, you know, say, oh, that's all cap, she's lying. And I get it because you've never witnessed that or experienced that. But I do think that there are just very normal people that are with someone because they want to build a family with them, build a life with them, you know, build their wealth together or just build a life together in general, and aren't so concerned with, oh, he's a millionaire or, oh, she looks like a model, you know, kind of looking at it from both perspectives. So yeah, I do agree with him. I think that both are equally as shallow. And if you're a guy who is dating all these beautiful women just because they're beautiful and you don't really like anything else about them, and you're worried about a girl using you for your money, you're kind of both doing that to each other, I guess, in a way. Let me know what you guys think down below, but the whole thing is really interesting, and I do think, you know, I've made videos before about what attracts women, like according to science, what do women look for? I've talked about hypergamy and things like that, and women, we are just biologically wired to look for a man who can provide, who make us feel safe and secure, who has resources, and then on the flip side, men are wired differently. Men and women are different. Shocker, woke, surprise, surprise. I mean, some people will be baffled that I even say that, but it's just the cold hard truth and the cold hard facts. So I'm not even going to apologize for saying it because it's just true. It's just true according to science, right? Men and women are wired differently. Men look for someone who, you know, is beautiful, is visually appealing, who they can create offspring with. That is just how we were in our evolutionary past. So although things have changed quite a bit in the dynamic between men and women in society, I do think we still find ourselves revisiting those biological desires and characteristics from our evolutionary past, regardless of how far we've come along. So interesting thought, really interesting topic. I like talking about it. It's interesting to me. So if you guys want to get a little conversation started down in the comments, let me know. But honestly, that video I did agree with. Let's see, let's do, it's pointless to have female friends. You guys do ask me about that a lot, so I'll react to this one. Oh.
I don't see the point in having female friends. Any real G out there knows it's true. You got your girl or your girls who you're f***ing. You got the girls who you're trying to f***. And there ain't really room for that chick. Well, I don't want to ever f*** him. I just want to sit here and talk and waste his time and he can buy me dinner. No, and I don't need female friends. If I tell a girl we're going to f*** and she goes, I don't want to f*** you, I say, okay, well, we ain't going to talk anymore. What the f*** we going to talk about now? We ain't going to f***, so we're going to talk about Vampire Diaries? Get the f*** out of here.
Okay. I see why so many of you guys wanted me to react to him because he's very polarizing. He's very, says it like it is, blunt. You know, when we're on the topic of should men and women be friends or can men and women be friends, I know there are a lot of different conversations and opinions surrounding that specific topic. And, you know, I will say from a woman's perspective here, in high school, I had like a group of friends and there were some men in my group of friends. There were some guys that I was friends with and all of them at some point liked me and it ruined our friendship because they could not just be friends with me. And so I look at it from that perspective and I'm like, yeah, I don't think that men can be friends with a woman unless they are not attracted to her because they're going to fall for her and it's going to create so much unnecessary just chaos in your life, and I just don't necessarily know if it's worth it. At my old job, I was a photography stylist and I was friends with one of the photographers. We were pretty good friends at work and, you know, that was fine. So I don't know. It's hard for me because I think the way men view it and the way women view it are very different. And then there's women who will say, well, a man should just be able to be friends with a woman without being attracted to her. But men just like don't really work that way. I mean, I see what he's saying too, and you know, I think if you're a guy and you're in a relationship, you don't really need to have female friends. The same way as, you know, if I'm a girl in a relationship, I don't need to have a guy best friend. It's just kind of strange. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. I might make an entire video on this topic because I think it's interesting, but a lot of the time I will say, I just think if you're friends with a girl and you're a guy and you're like so in love with her, it's just going to create so much drama and stress in your life that you would just be better off without it, you know? And maybe it depends on your personality. Maybe there are guys and girls out there who, you know, flourish having friends of the opposite sex. Maybe if you're a girl who is really into a lot of things that men like to do, and maybe you're not really girly or have a lot of girlfriends, maybe it could work for you and vice versa. So I think maybe it just depends on the person, but I see both sides. I will say that. I can definitely see both sides. Maybe I'll do one more here. Okay, I feel like those 3 videos, I got a pretty good idea about what this guy's about. He reminds me of the Fresh and Fit guys in a way. I'm sure he's gone on that show before. He seems like the type that would go on that show. So yeah, I don't know. Again, I feel as though I would not, all of you guys are gonna comment, of course you're a woman, you feel. Yes, I do. It's just how I'm wired, okay? I'm emotional. I think I wouldn't agree with everything he says, but I can always appreciate someone who is just really honest. I just want to know, like, I had not heard of him really until you guys, let's see. I know I saw a bunch of clips going viral about some video he was in a couple weeks ago, maybe with some girl, and they were not getting along and it was some big drama. Oh, he's a British-American kickboxer and online personality. Tate had a successful kickboxing career and later gained notoriety online regarding his treatment of women and public comments about sexual assault and sexual harassment. Oh, okay. Well, okay, hopefully after watching those few clips, you guys can kind of understand what my point is on the whole thing. But some of these just don't make any sense to get a woman's perspective on. 8 girls versus Tate debate. Ooh, maybe we'll watch this one. Let's see.
A few minutes later.
You guys, what did I just watch? I don't even know. 8 girls versus Tate debate. They weren't even debating, so that was a waste of my time. Okay, a lot of thoughts about that. I just could not imagine carrying myself that way in the privacy of my home, let alone publicly on a podcast. So, I don't know. I don't even know what I think about that. It was just a train wreck. It was like watching a train wreck that you can't look away from. So it was entertaining. I see why people watch it. But the reason we're here today is reacting to Andrew Tate. So I hope that those 3 clips I reacted to before helped you guys understand where I was coming from. And let's get a conversation going down in the comments. Let me know what you think. Any videos specifically you want me to react to. Again, it was a bit difficult to find a long video that would even warrant a reaction from me because it has nothing to do with like women or whatever. So let me know what you guys want me to react to. If you want me to react to any other content creators or videos specifically, you can always feel free to tag me or send them my way on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, whatever floats your boat. I will be happy to check it out and react to it. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments. If you like this video or found it helpful, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel to be in the loop for when I release new content. So what did I think about him? He's obviously polarizing, very strong opinions that tend to work well for viral situations or the Fresh and Fit type of dynamic and situation where it's, you know, great for entertainment value, but is it someone I would maybe want to take my advice from? Maybe not. But then again, you see how successful he is, and he's like, it's like, well, he obviously is doing something right if he's successful. But I think really some advice that I want to give you guys about the people that you follow is, if the people you follow are not living a life that you would want for yourself or that you agree with, don't follow their advice, right? You know, I think your role model should kind of embody your goals, at least some of them, or what you strive to accomplish in life. You know, if you want to be a kickboxer, maybe he's a great role model because he clearly did well in that. Or if you want to have a healthy, successful, monogamous relationship, maybe I would be a great person to follow. So just from my own personal opinion and perspective on relationships and life, I can't say I would recommend this person. I can't say I would recommend Fresh and Fit. I don't think that those are healthy outlets for people to be watching. Sure, it's great for entertainment, but does it go anywhere past that for me? Not really. And I don't want to be offensive or rude by saying that. I always try to be respectful and graceful when I do content like this because, you know, that's someone's livelihood, that's their opinion in their life, and they can do whatever they want with it. But it just simply doesn't serve me. And if you're following me, I can't quite see how it would serve you either. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments. I hope that helped clear up kind of what I think about this. Again, very polarizing, very opinionated, which can be a good thing for a lot of people, and of course refreshing regardless of maybe if you agree with it or not. So if you haven't already, be sure to follow me over on Instagram at Courtney Christine Ryan. I love connecting with all of you guys over there as well. As always, thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all next time.